Welcome to sewing class. This is Annette Jolie, and we are working on darning a large hole. This is video number 3. So I have some more thread. I got a yard, and I waxed it, and I tied a knot at the end. And I'm going to wax it again down to the eye of the needle to prevent it from knotting up. Now we're going to start on the side of our border, and we're going to continue on with our very small 1/8 of an inch or less stitches. But then when we come to the large hole, we're just going to make one big stitch going across. Then we'll pick the stitch up on the other side of the hole, making this little 1/8 of an inch stitches parallel to the last row. And here we are on the other side. Pull those stitches through. Okay, let's go up another little 1/16 of an inch and start making our little small 1/8 of an inch stitches. Now we've got to make that one big stitch to get to the other side of that hole. Here we go. Pick up. Continue on all the way to the border. Pull our stitches through. Let's go up 1/8 of an inch. A little 1/16 of an inch. And continue making our little 1/8 of an inch stitches, running parallel to the last row of stitches we just made. You always want to check on both sides to make sure that we don't have any bubbles or loops. Okay, and then we have that one big stitch to get to the other side. Now we have our little 1/8 of an inch stitches. And we've made it to the border. And our thread is starting to fill the hole in our lengthwise direction. We're going to come back and do it in our crosswise direction, and then we can actually really weave the thread through that whole section. So we've gone up 1/16 of an inch. We're taking our small 1/8 of an inch stitches, and this would be like re-weaving the thread back into a lapel that a moth had taken a big chunk out of. So this would be for a woven garment. Okay, we've made it to the other side. Again, down 1/16 of an inch along the border, and then our 1/8 of an inch stitches. Now we have one big looping stitch until we get to the other side. Now we've made it to the border. We'll go up about 1/16 of an inch and go or make our little parallel 1/8 of an inch stitches We're still right on the edge of that hole, but it does look like we can actually grab some fabric and make the stitches all the way through this time. So we're done filling the hole for the lengthwise direction, but now we've got to fill the rest of our square. Going up a 16th, right along that border, and now making our stitches that are 1/8 of an inch or less across the whole swatch to the other side. And you can pull it through halfway or when you get to the other side of the border. There we go. Pull those stitches through. And let's start another row. Going up about a 1/16 of an inch. Getting close to the other side, and we'll pull that stitch through. Up a 1/16 of an inch. Pull it nice and flat. Let's go up another 1/16 of an inch. And take our stitches 1/8 of an inch or less all the way to the other side. Okay, time to turn around and go back. We're up another 1/16 of an inch, starting from that border. Almost at the other side. And pull that thread through. Slowly but surely, filling in our square. Let's go up a 1/16 of an inch. Okay, we reached the other side of the border. Let's turn around, go down that 1/16 of an inch, then make our stitches going across 1/8 of an inch. Flatten everything out. Now it looks like we can fit one more row of stitches in here. And then we would have completed our small 1/8 inch stitches for our lengthwise grain. And now we're going to have to come back and repeat the same exact steps, except we're going to be weaving in the middle for the cross grain. Here we go, we're almost at the side. And we have reached the other side. Let's go ahead and tie a knot. And we're going to need some more thread for our next rows of stitches. Looks good. This is Annette Julie, and I'll see you in the next video.